walking the hallways of the house turned to stone, where every reflection feels less like my own. The pictures are gone, but the dust leaves a trace, a perfect outline of your smiling face. Now I'm just a witness to a ghost of a life, a blunt edge of memory that cuts like a knife. We built up a kingdom on shifting sand, and I'm holding the blueprints with no place to stand. It's the songs on the radio we used to sing, it's the hollowed out weight of a gold-plated rain. I'm drowning in shadows of what used to be, watching everything we were washed out to sea. The garden has died, the weeds have grown tall, like they knew there was no one to catch if we fall. I still buy the groceries you used to like, then I leave them to rot in the middle of the night. It's the habit of us that I can't seem to break. Hey, L, man, it's the silence after you, the silence after you, the silence after you. The taxi's idling out on the curb of the street. I'm tracing the patterns of my own trembling feet. I've checked your bags twice, though I know they're all full of the life that we're tearing with a long steady pull. You're wearing that smile that you use when you're brave, while I'm drowning in silence, just a ghost in a cave. The handles are cold and the hallway is wide, and there's no more excuses for us left to hide. Oh, I hate to say goodbye, I hate to let the light go out, to turn off forever into a shadow of a doubt. I hate the way the syllables feel like lead on my tongue, like a heavy old story that was meant to stay young. I'd rather stay frozen, I'd rather stay blind than to leave the best version of my life behind. The sun's gonna rise in a different kind of sky, and God, I hate to say goodbye. Is it the seasons, or is it just us turning our gold into powder and rust? I'm memorizing the way that you're standing right now before you take your final and silent sweep. I'll find your hairpins in the cracks of the floor from months after you walked out of that door. Every I love you is a debt I can't pay, and the currency of please just don't go away. Oh, I hate to say goodbye, I hate to let the light go out, to turn off forever into a shadow of a doubt. I hate the way the syllables feel like lead on my tongue, like a heavy old story that was meant to stay young. I'd rather stay frozen, I'd rather stay blind than to leave the best version of my life behind. The sun's gonna rise in a different kind of sky, and God, I hate to say goodbye. Can we just stand here? Can we just wait? Can we negotiate a deal with our fate? If I don't say the word, does the ending still still count? Or am I just watching the silence somehow? To ever be there, goodbye. I hate it. I hate to say goodbye. I thought the hurt would be a stone, something I could drop, a heavy weight to leave behind when the heart decided to stop. But it's a living, pulse-like thing, waking when I do, inhaling every shadow that reminds me of you. I try to hold my breath just to make the room go still, but the sorrow finds a way through the cracks on the windowsill. It doesn't sit in corners, it doesn't wait its turn. It's the oxygen, the fire where the memories burn. It's a pain that breathes, it's a grief with a heartbeat, pacing through the hallway on cold and tired feet. It's a sigh in the curtains, the rhythm in the rain, a restless living witness to the ghost of our name. I can't outrun a shadow, it's living in my chest. It's a pain that breathes and it never wants to rest. Yeah, it's alive, and it's keeping me alive too. To the mirror just to see if I was there, but I saw the way the sadness was tangling in my hair. It's a guest that never leaves, sitting at the table for two, drinking all the coffee that I used to pour for you. It's got your way of looking, it's got your way of sighing. It's the only part of us that isn't busy dying. I try to blow the candles out to give the dark a chance, but the pain just finds a rhythm for a slow and lonely dance. It's a pain that breathes, it's a grief with a heartbeat, pacing through the hallway on cold and tired feet. It's a sigh in the curtains, the rhythm in the rain, a restless living witness to the ghost of our name. I can't outrun a shadow, it's living in my chest. It's a pain that breathes and it never wants to rest. They say that time is a healer, storms ahead away, but my sorrow's getting stronger with every passing day. It's growing in the silence, it's I'm staring at the handle of the door I let you through, counting all the minutes that I didn't think to screw the hinges to the frame or to bolt the heavy lock. Now I'm just a ghost here watching at the clock. I shouldn't have let the garden grow so wild and so high. If I knew the summer was a giant golden light, I shouldn't have memorized the map upon your palm. If I knew the storm was hiding in the calm, I shouldn't have let you in. I shouldn't have let you stay. I shouldn't have built a life out of yesterday. I shouldn't have trusted the way that you breathe, like a fool who forgot that the seasons all leave. I've got a pocket full of sorry and a heart full of no, searching for the exit of a long time ago. The hardest part of waking is the could have been truth, and the shouldn't have wasted the best of my youth. I shouldn't have kept the ticket from our very first show, or the dried up roses that I couldn't let go. I shouldn't have told you my secrets in the dark, providing the fuel for a dying little spark. Every yes I whispered is a ghost that's come to haunt. Everything I gave you is the only thing I want. I'm standing in the kitchen where the coffee's gone cold, regretting every story that we ever told. I shouldn't have let you in. I shouldn't have let you stay. I shouldn't have built a life out of yesterday. I shouldn't have trusted the way that you breathe, like a fool who forgot that the seasons all leave. I've got a pocket full of sorry and a heart full of no, searching for the exit of a long time ago. The hardest part of waking is the could have been truth, and the shouldn't have wasted the best of my youth. The shoulds are like stones in the bottom of my shoes. The more that I walk, the more that I lose. If I could go back to the start of the track, I'd turn all the white of always to black. Shouldn't have, no, I shouldn't have, shouldn't have, no, I shouldn't have. I'm sitting across from you, nursing this tea, watching the steam rise between you and me. You're talking about movies and plans for the fall, while I'm building a fortress, a high glass wall. There's a word on my tongue that is heavy as lead, but I'll keep it a prisoner, I'll leave it unsaid. I'd rather have this polite little lie than to say it out loud and then watch the spark die. It's a silent love, it's a quiet cold war. I'm standing right here but I'm behind the door. I'm screaming your name in the depths of my chest, but I'm folding my hands and I'm letting it rest. It's a beautiful burden, a secret I keep, a ghost in the daylight that won't let me sleep. I'm drowning it always while we're just a maybe in the hollowed out rhythm of my silent love. You reach for a napkin and brushed against my sleeve, and I felt 1,000 don't ever leaves. But I pulled back my arm and I looked at the floor, pretending I didn't want anything more. I've memorized every small line by your eyes, the library of longings and half-hidden sighs. I'm a map with no needle, a song with no sound, just a shadow of us that can't ever be found. It's a silent love, it's a quiet cold war. I'm standing right here but I'm behind the door. I'm screaming your name in the depths of my chest, but I'm folding my hands and I'm letting it rest. It's a beautiful burden, a secret I keep, a ghost in the daylight that won't let me sleep. I'm drowning it always while we're just a maybe in the hollowed out rhythm of my silent Is it better to stay in the safety of friends and never begin so it never can end? Or am I just dying a little each day by letting the best of me wither don't wake the heart, don't let the I love you even start. I'll smile, I'll wave, I'll take this secret down to the grave. Silent, just a silent love. The mercury is dropping on the porch outside. There's nowhere left for a warm heart to hide. I watched your taillights vanish in the white, leaving me a prisoner the longest night. The garden we planted is buried in deep, under a promise we couldn't quite keep. I'm drawing your name on a frosted glass, waiting for a winter that'll never pass. And I'm standing alone at the snowline, where the summer ends and the cold is all mine. Every memory is frozen, every word is a chill in the valley of us, where the wind is so still. I'm looking for footprints that the powder has filled, mourning the life that we started to build. It's a white out of sorrow with frost on the pine, stuck at the edge of the snow line. But the smoke is bitter and the flame is a cheat. The house is a cavern of ivory and ice. I'm paying for always with a terrible price. Diaries full of space where your shoulder should be, but the sheets are adrift of a cold, lonely sea. The shivering starts in the marrow of bone. It's a different kind of freezing to be this alone. It's dead and alone at the snow line, where the summer ends and the cold is all mine. Every memory is frozen, every word is a chill in the valley of us, where the wind is so still. I'm looking for footprints that the powder is filled, mourning the life that we started to build. It's a white out of sorrow with frost on the pine, stuck at the edge of the pale blue ghost in the middle of night. The drifts are getting higher, the air's getting thin, and I don't know where the me is supposed to begin. Hello, the snowline, lost in the snow. Walking with a tide beneath the edge of the dark, looking for a flicker or a long lost spark. You told me the shore was a mirror of the sky, that the grains in the water were the tear stars cry. I reach for a handful but it slips through my grip, like the ghost of your fingers on a midnight trip. The moon is a witness to a promise we broke, while I'm breathing in the salt and the cold and the smoke. And I'm standing on a beach of starry sand, holding a map of a ghost-ridden land. Every shimmering grain is a dream that fell through, a million little pieces of me and of you. They glitter like diamonds, but they cut like a knife. The beautiful wreckage of a half-finished life. The ocean is calling, but I'm glued to the land, drowning in a desert of starry sand. I remember the way that the light hit your eyes, reflecting the galaxy, hiding the lies. We swore we'd be constant, we swore we'd be bright, but we're just two shadows in a vacuum of night. Now I'm sifting through memories, gold turned to gray, watching the universe wash slowly away. It's a graveyard of wishes, a cosmic mistake. How much of this glitter is a heart supposed to take? And I'm standing on a beach of starry sand, holding a map of a ghost-ridden land. Every shimmering grain is a dream A million little pieces of me into you. They glitter like diamonds, but they cut like a knife. The beautiful wreckage of the half-finished life. The ocean is calling, but I'm glued to the land. Drowning in a desert, I'm starry sand. Stars didn't fall, they just turned into stone to remind me of how it feels to be this alone. I'm building a castle out of starlight and dust in the hollowed out ruins of our shattered deep in my shoes, the sparkle of everything I'm destined to lose. The tide's coming in to take back the light, leaving me here in the middle of the night. Starry sand, starry sand. Just dust in my sitting in the dark where the window meets the wall, tracing the glass where you lean, less fall. There's a smudge near the latch, a ghostly gray wall, the last physical piece of you left in my world. I put my hand over where yours used to be, hoping for a spark or a surge through the tree. But the surface is biting, the winter is deep, and the secrets of touch are secrets it keeps. What's the temperature of a fingerprint left on the glass? Does it stay warm forever as the cold seasons pass? Or does it freeze like the promises whispered in bed? Turning eyes like the words that we said. I'm chasing the ghost of a heat I once knew in the hollowed out spaces that used to be you. It's a frozen reminder, a pale silver tint, just the freezing cold temperature of a fingerprint. I found your old phone in the back of the drawer. The screen is all cracked and it won't light no more. But I see the mark where your thumb used to rest, a permanent stain on the blast of my chest. I press my own skin to that small empty space, searching for a pulse or a ghost of your face. But it's colder than stone, it's harder than lead. The living is gone and the memory is dead. What's the temperature of a fingerprint left on the glass? Does it stay warm forever as the cold seasons pass? Or does it freeze like the promises whispered in bed? Turn into eyes like the words that we said. I'm chasing the ghost of a heat I once knew in the hollowed out spaces that used to be you. fingerprint slowly fade. I'm staring at the contact name still glowing on my screen. The simplest of labels for the mess of what we've been. It used to be a sanctuary, a word that felt like home. And now it's just a title for a king without a throne. I see a hoodie on a chair, the one you said I'd keep. It's heavy with the secrets that we whispered in our sleep. The kitchen smells like coffee and the breakfast that you made, before the colors of our always started out to fade. You were my boyfriend, my best friend, my place to hide away. The rhythm in my morning, and the anchor of my day. But now the word is hollow, it's a bell that doesn't ring, just a ghost of a promise and a gold-plated thing. I'm walking through the trying not to fall, tearing down the pictures that we hung upon the wall. It's a different kind of quiet, a different kind of end. Losing my boyfriend and my only friend. We saw you at the station with that look upon your face, the one that told the universe you found a different space. You used to reach for my hand without a single thought. Now we're just a wreckage of a battle that we fought. I'm unlearning all your habits, how you take your tea at night, how you always had to be the one to turn out every light. The title's been deleted, the status has been changed, but the geography of us is still so rearranged. You were my boyfriend, my best friend, my place to hide away. The rhythm in my morning and the anchor of my day. But now the word is hollow, it's a bell that doesn't ring, just a ghost of a promise and a gold-plated thing. I'm walking through the ether, trying not to fall, tearing down the pictures that we hung upon the wall. It's a different person I was supposed to be. Just a name and a ledger, just a face in the crowd. The word boyfriend shouldn't be this loud. My boyfriend, once upon a time. I'm staring at the ceiling, but I don't see the white. Just the gray of a morning that forgot to bring the light. The kettle starts to whistle, but I don't make a sound. I'm a ghost in my own kitchen, just wandering around. I open up the closet and I touch your empty sleeve. It's the only part of always that didn't have to leave. I've got a pulse inside my wrist, a rhythm in my chest, but it feels like a clock that's just failing the test. It's an empty soul in an empty life, a dull kind of ache that cuts like a knife. I'm a house with no windows, a well with no rain, a hollowed out vessel for a nameless pain. There's no one to talk to, no shadows to chase, just a desert of time and a vacuum of space. I'm breathing, I'm walking, but I'm cut from the road. Just an empty life and an empty soul. To the market just to hear someone speak, but my voice felt like paper, exhausted and weak. I bought things I don't need just to fill up the bag, while my spirit is dragging like a tattered old flag. It's TV is home in a story I don't know about, people with places and people with a glow. I'm a flickering candle in a room full of ice, paying for forever with a terrible price. It's an empty soul in an empty life, a dull kind of hate that cuts like a knife. I'm a house with no windows, a well with no rain, a hollowed out vessel for a nameless taint. There's no one to talk to, no shadows to chase, just a desert of time and a vacuum of space. I'm breathing, I'm walking, but I'm cut from the road. Just an empty life and an empty soul. They say nature abhors a vacuum, they say it must fill see